Welcome back. Today we'll continue from exercise 6. If you look at the question, we're given only a single example. Now, there are two ways you could get your answer here. That is by saying 600 times 50, that's 1, 2, 3, then this times this, or from here, what is here, you multiply it by 2 to get this. That's 15,000 times 2 to get what is here. And if I'm getting this side, I can easily say this divided by 2. That's 30,000 divided by 2. Since from here we said 15 times 2 will give us 30,000. 15,000 times 2 will give us 30,000. Then also I can say 30,000 divided by 2 to give me 15,000. Now if I'm getting this side, it's going to be 30,000 divided by 50, since I multiply to get this. So this into this is 600. Likewise here will also be 30,000 divided by 600. 20 will cancel. This here is 50. So that's how you get the side. Now let's continue. Now in this sample, we are given 3 examples, and I told you that you should be mindful that how you get this side is how you get this side, is how you get this side. But let me start with this. So in getting this number here, our answer here is going to be 2 plus 2 plus 1 and plus 3. That's 5, 8. Then this S stands for multiplication. So it's going to be 8 times 3 will give me 24. Let me apply the same principle. This 0 plus 4 plus 3, that's 7. 7 plus 6 is going to give me 13. Then 13 times 3 will give me this. Correct? Then 4 plus 1, 5, plus this is 7. 7 plus this is 11. 11 times this will give me 33. So we are correct. Now in getting any of this side, the first thing I will do is I will just say 24 divided by 3. Here 24 divided by 3 will give me 8. Let's say I'm getting 3. What I will just do is I will just say 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's 5. Then 8 minus 5 will give me 3. The same way here, let's say I'm getting here, since this divided by this is 8, this plus this plus this will give me 6. Then 8 minus 6 will give me, so here will be 8 minus 6. Likewise here, let's say I'm getting this 0, right? So what I will do here is going to be, first I will say 39 divided by 3 will give me 13. Then this plus this is 7. 7 plus this is 13. Then 13 minus 13 will give me 0. Likewise here, let's say I'm looking for here, I'm going to say 33 divided by 3, which is 11. Then I will say 4 plus 4, that's 8, plus this is 10. Then 11 minus 10 give me 1. So that's how you get to this side. Now for this example, we have 3 samples here, 1, 2, 3. Now this is how you do it. This times this is 16. Then this plus this is also 16. This times this is 45. 17 plus 28 is 45. So whatever I multiply here, the answer must be the same thing when I add these two numbers, in essence, right? This times this is 49. Then 25 plus 24 is 49. Now let's say I'm looking for this side, these 2 here. What I will just do is I will say 12 plus 4 will give me 16. Then 16 divided by 8 will give me here, right? If I'm looking for this side, it's going to be 17 plus 28 will give me 45. I'm looking for here, then 45 divided by 5 will give me 9, isn't it? Let's say I'm looking for here again, this 25 here is going to be this times this, 7 times 7 is 49, then 49 minus 24 will give me 25. That's how I get this. So it's the same thing. If I'm getting this side, looking for this side, it's going to be this times this, that is 16. 16 minus 4 will give me this. If I'm looking for this side, this times this is 45, minus this will give me 17. Likewise, so I'm following the same trend. Exactly the same way I get this is the same way I got this, is the same way I got this. That's as easy as the thing is. Right now, I discovered that most students tend to fail. Let's look at this number 12. Anytime they see fraction, they get confused, but there is nothing to it. Like I said, if you are looking for this side, right, what you do is you say this times this first. That's a half times 2, which is 2 all over 2 will give me 1. Right, then I'll now say 1 minus 1, 0. So the answer here is 0. So applying whatever I said here, what I said here is going to be giving you, if you apply the method I use, solving the remaining will not be an issue. Okay, now this is exercise 7. I've treated this before. In this case, 0 is E, F is 1 is F, like that. So you have to code and decode. So whatever you have here, I believe is going to be easy. Anytime you see 9 is N, N is also 9, 8 is M, like that. So solving this won't be difficult. Now let's go to the next example. Now if you look at this, how do they get this 9? This and this. Now if you want to get this is the same thing as 3 raised to power 2. That's this carrying this, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. Let's see, for here is 4 raised to power 3, which is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 16 times 4, which is 64. Right, if you are getting this side, this is same thing as 9 raised to power 1, which is same thing as 9. That again. So if I'm looking for, you see how I did this is how I did this and how I got this. Right, now let's say I'm looking for this. Exactly. And how am I going to get this side? How am I going to get this side? How am I going to get this side? Right, now if I'm looking for this side, okay, now it's going to be, if I'm getting this side, it's going to be the square root of this. That's the square root of 9, which is 3. Here is going to be the cube root of 64. Then here the 1 root of this will give me this. Right, now if I'm getting this side, right, I have to express this in its power, like what I did here. This 2 is here. That's how I got this in the first instance. And this one is 4 raised to power 3. This 3 is here. Then here is 9 raised to power 1. Then the answer is 1. So that's how you get it. So it's the same, you use the same way. Now the next thing is the Venn diagram. We'll be looking at the Venn diagram. Right, the Venn diagram, from the introduction, he said I used to represent information. They can be drawn in any form, as in the form of a triangle, circle, square, rectangle, etc. It could also be a combination of this. So they gave us an example here, using your square, your circle. There's one that they gave us, I think, triangle and square in the next question. Now in this example, we are given that the Venn diagram represents the type of books bought by some kids in a class. Now if you look at this, what this represents is, for mathematics alone we have only 7. For English we have 8. Then these 5 represent both mathematics and English because they are crossing each other. Right, they are intersecting. So telling us that 5 kids have both mathematics and English. Here only 7 have mathematics, while here only 8 with English. So in this case it's straightforward, because when you understand the diagram, it becomes more easy for you to solve. So in this case, number 1 says how many kids bought only English? It's 8. Only how many kids bought both English and mathematics books? We have only 5 here. Then they said how many kids bought either mathematics or English books or both. So I'm going to add everything, that's this plus this plus this. Then how many kids are there all together? The same thing, this plus this, because 7 kids have maths, 8 have English, while 5 have both math and English. So I'm going to add everything. Let's say how many kids bought at least one book. At least, so they say at least, not at most. If it is at most, it's going to be 5, but at least here we're going to add everything, because 7 have only one, here have one, then 5 kids have both math and English. Right, now let's look at this example. I'm going to explain it without solving it for you, so pay attention please. They said the diagram below represents the 3 major food eaten in a house in Ikoyi, and how many people eat a particular food item. Now if you look at it, this 7 is for rice alone, dudu is 1, beans is 1. Then here, right, that's 3 people eat both rice and dudu. Here 4 eat both rice and beans. Then 2 eat both dudu and beans. Then 5 eat both rice, dudu and beans. That's the interpretation of this Venn diagram. Having this at the back of your mind, it will be easier for you to solve all these questions here. All right, so I'll leave you to it to solve. Now let's go to this one. You know, in my introduction I said your Venn diagram can be either in rectangle, triangle and circle. So this is the representation. So I tried solving some, maybe you will not see it here. Now in this Venn diagram you discover that still the explanation, though I did it, B we have only 7 here. Then for A is 2. Then if you look at C alone, we have these numbers 8, 5 and 4. That's your triangle, which is B, we have 7. Then the rectangle we have only 2. Then for the cycle we have 4, 5 and 8. Now these 6 and 3 are both for A and B. That's your rectangle and your circle, right? This one is both for your A, B and C. That is your rectangle, your triangle and your circle. Then this 5 is for this and this. That's A and B. That's your rectangle and your triangle. So having this at the back of your mind, solving this, I just did it, will not be difficult for you to do. Right, I also did this. They said draw the shape which complete the pattern in question 25 to 30. Now if you look at this is the pattern. So if you look at this, going to be 3 dots, because here I have 3, 1, 2, here is 2, 3, 1, here is 1, 2, then here's supposed to be 3 dots. Then here if you look at it, it's facing your left, right hand side, left. If this one is facing your right, then this one will be facing your left. If you look at this your triangle have like 2 lines, here 1, here 3, here 1, here 3, here 2, then here is 1, here is 2, then here is supposed to be 3, right? Very good. So likewise, this that you have here, the same thing. You know, this one is going an arrow down, then a line, an arrow down, like that. So if you look at this, this one is up, down, down, up, down. This one is down, up, down. Here will be down, up. This triangle, and this your small letter B, like Q, L, 7, then R, then it is turned inverted. Likewise this. Now let's go to exercise 9. In exercise 9, we have to know what these symbols represent. We have something like a V here, V, then something like, I will not say an N, but it's facing upward while this is facing downward. Now if you look at it, let's see, is it addition or subtraction? For this one, let's assume that this is addition, right, and this is subtraction. So 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 4 is 21, so it's addition. So here this is addition. Let's see, this minus 6 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So this is addition and this is subtraction. So in this case now that we have, don't forget, when it's facing downward is addition, when it's facing upward is subtraction. So it's going to be 6 plus 3, which is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. So solving this won't be difficult, right? Since we know that this is addition while this is subtraction, right? Now let's go to the sample. Also we have in bracket 20D5, then here 16B3, then combination. Now if you look at this, this is division, your D. 20 divided by 5 is going to give you 4, because 4 times 5 will give me this, right? Then this one is minus subtraction, so it's going to be 16 minus 3 is 13. 13 plus 3 will give me 16. So in this combination, we know that your B is minus and your D is what? Division. Right now I know some people would say, okay, if you are going by this now, what they said here, am I going to apply BODMAS rule? Or let's see. Now if we say this minus this is going to be 9, right? And 9 divided by 9 is what? Is 1. So we are applying our BODMAS rule, right? Don't be carried away. Anytime you have sign, we have order of operation. Subsequently, we have what is known as your board mathematics. You should be familiar with this. So in this order, we know that the division comes before subtraction, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is 3 divided by 9, which is 1 all over 3. Then 12 minus 1 all over 3, this is over 1. If you look for the LCM is 3. 1 into 3 is 3. Okay, yes, 1 into 3 is 3. Then 3 times this is going to give you 36. Then minus 3 into 3 is 1 times 1 is this, so this is 35 all over 3. You now change it to mixed number. 3 into 3 is 1. 3 into this is 1. Remainder 2 all over 3. That is how they got this answer. So you are following your BODMAS rule here to get your answer. Now for this, we are going to, if you look at this, we have 5, then dot dot this, then this dot represents multiplication, right? So this is 5. How many dots we have? 2. That's 5 times 2 is 10. This is 1. 12 times 1 is 12. Then this is 1, 2, 3. 16 times 3 is 48. Now this is the last this thing we'll be looking at, we'll be solving today. If you look at this now, what are you going to do? Because this kind of questions are a little bit tricky. I had to solve something like this. If you look at that, use a pen. What you're going to do is you're going to be multiplying the side by 3 all over 2, 3 all over 2 to get this. That's if you are going from your left to right. Now if you say 3 all over 2 times this, 2 into 19 and 18 is 9. 9 times 3 will give us 27. The same thing, if you say 3 all over 2 times 27, this times this is 1, carry 2. This times this is 6 plus 2 is 80, 1 all over 2. So how many times can 2 go into 81? This is 40, remainder 1 all over 2. So in this trend is the same thing. Let's try. This is 3 all over 2, this is 3 all over 2, right? If we say 24 times 3 all over 2, this here 1, this here is 12, then 12 times 3 will give us 36. So you see that if you are going this way, you are getting you are using 3 all over 2. What if you are coming from your right to left, you inverse it, right? Here is going to be, if you are going, we went this way, we went this way. What if you are coming this way? Now for here, now if I'm getting this, is going to be all over 3, right? Since going, I did 3 all over 2, that's from left to right. If I'm coming from right to left, it's going to be 3 all over, that's, let me solve it, 2 all over 3 times 45. This here 1, this here 3 into is 15. We have 2 times 15, which will give me 30. So that's how they got this 30. So if I'm getting this, I'm going to say times 2 all over 3. 3 into 30 is 10. 10 times 2 will give me 20. So that's basically how you get this. If you are going from your left to right, you multiply by 3 all over 2. If you are coming from your right to left, you multiply by 2 all over 3. Thank you. See you next time.